Jason, history was made in Southern California on Thursday night at Mesrobian High. Nick Khatchikian setting the California record for most points in a high school boys basketball game, setting the scoring record with 102 points on 48 of 60 shooting. And you can't forget about his brother Dylan Khatchikian, who tied a national record with 35 assists and added 13 steals and had more than 10 rebounds. He had a triple-double without scoring a single point in Mesrobian's huge win against Waverly. They won by almost 100 points, but that wasn't the story. The story was Nick Khatchikian setting that record.
Agreed. I mean, first and foremost, let me get this out the way. Anybody who wants to say anything negative about Nick or Dylan's achievement, how about you go do that? How about you go get on a team and how about you put up 35 assists or put up 102 points on what is it, sub or above 75% shooting? Okay, this is groundbreaking because again, like you said, it's a California record. The last time somebody scored 100 or more points in California was also for Mesropian, Tigran Grigorian, who scored 100 points back in 2003. I think during that game, he hit 11 three-pointers. And in this game, in Nick Khatchikian's game, he had more layups. He had more work around the rim, kind of like Wilt Chamberlain. And they were playing a team called Waverly. Again, it doesn't really matter who the opponent is here because what matters is he's breaking records on a California scale, and I think he's joint 16th nationally for the most points scored between boys and girls high school basketball.
Nick accomplished that feat in just 22 minutes after he surpassed Tigran Grigorian's record. His coach benched him, and they were up by almost 100 points. I believe the score was 79-0 at halftime. Something wild,
Something like that. I think Nick himself had 78 points at halftime, and like you said, they pulled Nick towards the end of the third quarter, so he didn't even play the fourth quarter. So there's an argument to be had that he could have went for even higher or even national records when it comes to scoring.
Right. And I agree with you when you say, a lot of the criticism has been, well, who did he do it against? Yeah, we get it. It's not these aren't the 96 Chicago Bulls that he did this against. It's I looked up Waverly School. It's a small private school in Pasadena. They are not known for their athletics. They're 0-9 on this season. They're a bad team. But again, it's not like this happens all the time. It's once in the last 20 years that this has happened. So an incredible, remarkable achievement. And on a bigger scale, I want to touch on this. What a year for Armenian hoopers in high school basketball between this guy, Nick, his brother, Dylan, and then Anto Balyan at Pilipos and Van Zargarian at Crescenta Valley. There's so many good young Armenian basketball players coming up the system. I don't know what they're going to do in the future. We know that Anto is committed to Pepperdine. But these are all guys that are probably going to get big playing time on the national team in the future. So plenty to be happy about there. And as far as Nick is concerned, January 28th, Tuesday, huge matchup between Mesropian and Pilipos. Anto Balyan versus Nick Khatchikian. ASN will be there. We'll talk to both of the guys. It's going to be incredible. Keep it on ASN for all of your Armenian sports coverage.